Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Awesome. I am enjoying this awesome, beautiful day. The sun feels great. Yes, I am loving it. I just needed to say that. All right, so let us get into the conversation for this morning. So, this is going to be for you if you are one who want to know how do you want to know how to be sought after in your industry? Do you want to know how to, oh, there we go, to be highly respected by your clients? Then, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. In business, the key is to be great to the one for the one. And what do I mean by that? Well, that's the conversation we're going to have today as I get, there we go. I'm like, whoop, whoop. All right. So before I get into the conversation, let me just quickly introduce you to our show. Welcome to our Real B.S talk show. Real B, that is me in partnership with God, Holy Spirit, will be helping you and giving you some real business strategies that you can apply in your business. Now, some of these strategies are going to be mindset strategies, posture strategies, and some are going to be very practical, applicable strategies. Lord have mercy on my soul, that you can actually apply for your business so that you can attain better results. Okay. So for those who don't know me, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Kileha Holder. I am the CEO of Faith in Life and your spirit-led coach and business strategist. And here at Faith in Life, we believe that you deserve to make a profitable impact personally, financially, and spiritually, all three, without having to sacrifice one or the other. Now, quickly, before I get started, let me just share this with you. We do have the privilege of being able to stream this both on Facebook as well as YouTube. So depending on where you're tuning in from, go ahead, click that subscribe button or hit following and make sure to turn on notifications so you get notified when I post more free content like this. And if you know anyone that in your sphere of influence that can benefit from this, I encourage you to go ahead and share the broadcast with them. And of course, give me some thumbs up here on YouTube or some hearts on Facebook so I know that you're getting value from our conversation today. So I'm going to stop screen share for one moment. So as we dive into this conversation about in business, it is key that you be great to the one for the one. So what does that mean and what does that look like? Now, I know that as an entrepreneur, we want to serve many, many people. I'm with you on that. Like, I want to serve many, many people because, of course, one of the aspects of that is it validates what you're doing. You gain an income from it, and you're adding greater value to more people, right? But oftentimes, especially when you start off in your business, guess what? You start at ground zero. You start at ground zero. It doesn't matter who you were, who you who you are now, or let me put that in perspective. So let's say we know many people, famous people, Les Brown, who's in the personal development space, Lisa Nichols, Brendon Burchard, all of these people, and we look at them and we think, OMG, I want to be serving as much people as they are, right? Yes, hashtag can relate. Well, just like us, they started at ground zero. They started at ground zero, right? And so it can get discouraging when you think of you're looking at their huge numbers and you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not going to make it. But if you focus on the one, just one, magical things can happen. So what do I mean by that? So if you can be, for instance, if you can be your absolutely best. Serving is your best of the best. You're not holding anything back. If you can be your best for that one single client, that comes to you, you can be your best for the 10 and the hundreds and the thousands and other people that will come after them, right? And let me share a personal story with you on that. Now, back in 2020, this was a transitional period for me. My business was taking a curve, a drastic change. I was going from operating my business as quote unquote the world's way of doing things and striving and grinding and grinding and grinding and getting nowhere to the point where God entered into my business. He showed me that there's a different way of doing business that incorporates having him as part of that, as being partnered with him, right? And so I was making this shift in 2020. And what happened? A pandemic occurred out of nowhere. Damn pandemic. And now it seems like, oh my goodness, that nothing is going to come of this situation, that businesses are going to the are failing in this time. But before I had entered in 2020, God gave me a word. God gave me a word, a message, whatever you want to, however you want to describe it. I had a feeling, a knowing in my soul, to the root of my soul, that my business in 2020 was going to be my best year ever. Now, that won't take much. I will be transparent with you. Honestly, that will not take much, because prior to that, 2019 actually, I didn't do anything in business in terms of sales. In fact, he halted my business. I hardly worked on my business. Anything that I started to promote, run, fell flat. Like flat, I fell flat, like nothing, nada. So it would literally take nothing for my business to be the better in 2020 than it was in the year before. So okay, I had that assurance, and now the pandemic come in, and even though people are anxious and worried and all of that, I was filled with peace. And so now I'm doing this. He's giving me downloads and downloads and downloads and downloads and downloads. And so it led to me launching this challenge. And if I didn't put my net on the link with a friend and ask her for help, I probably would have bailed at that too, because I was kind of getting shaky at it. But I did the challenge. I had a few people, about 32 or so people inside of the challenge. I made an offer at the end of the challenge to join me, to work with me in a group coaching program for a year. And out of the 32, 6 people applied for the position to apply. You had to apply, and there was the qualifications. We had to get 3 yeses, 1 from the father, 1 from you, and 1 from me. All right, and all of those 6, 4 people actually met with and had their call, and then they all were a yes. I sat with the father. He gave me an assurance to go ahead. And then 1 at last minute backed out, and then I had 3 lovely ladies who were ready to go. Now, I knew these people, not just on a surface level. I knew these people through social media because I was building relationships with them. So I know the situation. I knew 2 out of those 3 were able to pay me. I know they didn't have the finances to pay for my services. Only 1 did. But one of the 2 that had, that weren't able to pay me, they want a good sizable scholarship that was going to go towards the program. But I got the assurance, yes. And on top of it, get this. On top of it, Father says, give them 3 months. Give them a leave of 3 months. They didn't have to pay me for the first 3 months. Give them a break for 3 months. Have them in the program after the 3 months. And I'm going to see if we're perfect, if they're good fit, if they're ready to go on in, then we'll go forward, and they will make their commitment as well, and we'll go forward in that. Now it came to the 3-month period, and I'm preparing to write the email to send out to say, okay, are you going forward fully into the program? What's the case, right? So the two that I knew couldn't afford my services, one only committed because you had to commit on the front end, you had to commit for either 3, 6, or 12 months. The first one said committed for 3 months. The second one committed for 6 months. The one that I knew was well set and good, they committed full out 12 months. They were in for the whole program. So the one that committed for 3 months, that's out. That's okay. Oh, shoot. Thank you, Papa. Thank you for the question. Let me rewind a little bit. So I'm preparing to write these emails, but I'm hesitating. I'm like, I know that the couple, the two ladies, they weren't fully all in and they weren't doing. I had a lot of stories going on in my head. Like what is going to happen? What's going to go for? Am I going to have all three going for it? And so this is what the Father did to me. He drew me close and he whispered, "It's okay to only have one. It's okay to only have one." And immediately his assurance and his peace came over me. I wrote my emails, and guess what happened? I had the one that committed only for the 3 months, that's all. The one that committed for the 6 months was so, they were in between. And the one that committed for the 12 months was all in, fully in and ready to go and paid up front. And so that journey taught me so much about being all out for just the one, for the one, right? Because that's who I serve, ultimately is God. As a byproduct, I serve the people he brings into my sphere of influence, but he is the one that I am here to serve. And so I follow his instructions. And as a result of that, Lord have mercy on my soul. It has been a great journey. Right now, we are in, she finished her 1 year. She graduated this year in 2021 and got her certificate. And she rejoined me again for another year. And we are in the process again. And now she's helping me as I'm training her. One of the plans that God has for me is to organize the content as training packages that can be sold individually. So it's like a two-way street here. I'm teaching her and she's learning from me, and she's also benefiting me in other ways as well. And it is a great partnership. And so I'm here to tell you, it is okay to just focus on the one, right? Because secondly, it helps you to speak personally to that one person, even when you start speaking to tens and 100 and 1,000 and tens of thousands or more people. When you have it such an intimate setting where you're focusing on, zeroing in on talking to one person, everyone feels touched by your message. Everyone feels touched by your message. And so that is key. And finally, we're going to talk about serving that one person with your heart, all in it, right? All in it as worth. It is worth. It's worthy. It's the worthiest thing that you can do. It is the worthiest thing that you can do because you're adding such value and you're appreciating that one soul that even when 10 or even 100 more people join you later on, you have even a greater appreciation for them. And so it's important that when you're in business, and no, you start at ground zero, but when you get that first client and it may be just one for a little while, don't disregard that. Don't disregard that. Appreciate it. And know that when you serve that one, for the one that our Heavenly Father, you are doing the greatest service there is. Think of it this way. Think of it as instead of being the guy with the one talent that buried it and did nothing with it, you are actually utilizing that one talent, aka that one client, and you're adding value to their lives and increasing their value so that their worth is even more. Amen. So that is my message to you for today. And so and my quote unquote call to action for anyone here that is watching that is in business. I want to help you save some money, right? You can, of course, me as your course client that's available to you, but there's also an online platform that you can use that's going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars overall, year after year after year in your business. It's the platform that I'm using. The links are in the description of this video. There's one that is being offered for free, and there's one that has currently, I have to say that, because it's going to end soon. Currently, it has a lifetime deal where you pay one time, you never have to pay again. And if you have any questions about that, you can always reach out to me. You can always send me a DM, and I'll be happy to help you, all right? And to answer any questions you have, or you can leave them in the comments below. All right, so that is it for today. So thank you for being here, and that you got any value from anything that give you like an aha moment day. Let me know in the comments. I so appreciate you being here. I see that thumbs up. Thank you. All right. If you know anyone that can benefit from this message, because I know sometimes it can get discouraging in business when you want so much, you have the capacity within you, you want to serve so many people, and then you're only getting like driplets of people coming in. Don't be discouraged, because the one that is truly the supplier of all your needs, including your clients, is going to bless you abundantly. Rest in assurance of that. Okay. So thank you for tuning in with me today. And I'm going to see you again in 2 weeks. So not next week, the following week after. I'll be here again for our Real B.S. talk show. But next week, if you're following my Faith in Action talk show, I'll be here. All right. Thank you so much. Take care.